Welcome, Catherine.
Well, thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about what your blog is.
Our blog is mrskathyking.com. What we'd like to do is share a kaleidoscope of ideas with families. So anywhere from kids reviews to crafts and recipes around different movies to even kids fashion, because we find that the moms that are interested in all those things, they like to dress their children well as well.
So how do you connect what's coming out in theaters to all of these great creative projects for kids?
You know, a lot of times me and my team and I have been doing it for 2 years, so now it kind of naturally happens, but we do have collaboration sessions where we all sit together and look at what assets we're going to include in the movie. So we start off always, the foundation of our spread is 3 lessons kids are going to learn. Mm-hmm. We also include fun facts about the movie, and then we build it with activities and crafts, and then sometimes, depending on how awesome the movie is, we'll do a complete party spread. And I'll take that back. It's not always about an awesome movie. Sometimes it's just if we think that it's going to work and our fan base is going to receive a party spread,
right,
then we'll do it. So, and the party spread will include recipes, party favors, food, snacks.
What have been some of the most fun movies to do this for?
We just finished working on Smurfs: The Lost Village. And with Smurfs: The Lost Village, that just came out in theaters last month, we stepped it up a bit. So we showed people how to do cheaper ways to do their platters. We did the centerpieces. We did this whole elaborate backdrop on our photo shoot that I did from hand.
Wow.
And then it was a 3-week to put it all together and source it and stuff, with 3 weeks. But after it was completed, we were like, this is amazing. We even did cute little masks and puppets, and that was all for our fans to do. And we found out after the movie came out, some of our top items were the masks, mm-hmm, printable masks, mm-hmm, and then this puppet craft that we made for the movie.
So you were telling me that your son is actually a writer on the site.
Yes, what's so funny is that my 19-year-old son, which is known on the site as JJ King, he is the one that writes. He's the head writer. He's a paid writer. I always let people know he is not just doing this for mommy. Seriously.
Yeah.
So how that all occurred is that at 15, he was being kind of stubborn and he didn't want to write. So I started taking him to the movies with me, and I would make him write the 3 lessons kids would learn from the movie as just a hands-on activity. Well, after a year, he did well, and he knew I was paying other people on the staff. So he started at let's say 17 years old, negotiating his rate. And with me. No, it gets better. I would not do it. I'm like, it's a family business, you have to just deal with it. So he brought in my best friend, which is an aunt to him, and she is a corporate MBA, has negotiated contract. I'm serious, people. She negotiated contracts and things, and he sat us down in a meeting, and they talked about the fact that his values, his page views, how many page views that each article was generating, and why he was an asset and he should be getting a flat rate for his stuff. So we did a flat rate, and then again, when he turned 18, he negotiated a salary. So,
good for him.
He's all, look at, I'm your best writer.
Yep.
His talking points was, the editor doesn't have to edit my work. The fans like it. How many people are sharing what we're doing? If you want to value me and keep your site with quality stuff, I suggest you give me my raise. And at first, right? At 18. So at first I'm like, have you lost your mind? But when I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm so thankful that at 17 and 18 years old, my baby, which is my oldest, he's my oldest, is negotiating knowing his worth.
That's amazing.
I was just like, this is wonderful. So now,
and you probably set him off on a course of he's
found now we're going into college, mm-hmm, and there's some things that he's going to do, probably video. Mm-hmm. Because he's a millennial, mm-hmm, and they're really into video, so he's probably going to be majoring in video, we think, and journalism. We're still not there. We just know that he's going to be doing something around the family business.
Right.
He wants to be a media mogul. So let's see where he takes Miss Kathy King once he gets out of college.
Now, you told me you started as a coupon blogger, is that right?
Yes. Oh, it's great what God can do.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening was I was working in advertising for a major corporation, and luckily I lost my job because they were doing something like, what is it when they decide what everyone's value is when the new GM comes in? So I was reorganized, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm reorganized from a 6-figure job. So I figured as a hobby, I would start saving money, because this was back in 2008 when everything was changing for people.
Right.
So I figured the best thing for me to do is save money. And I got so excited about freebies and saving money and couponing. Like, this was insane. I'm like, oh my God, I just got $100 of groceries for like $35. I started sharing it with my friends, and that evolved into this couponing site for about 1 to 2 years. And then from there, that wasn't really what I wanted.
Right.
So then, by the grace of God, I got invited to my first press trip with Disney. And I always tell that publicist that you completely changed my life, because it was a press trip for an upcoming movie. And we were part of that press trip, we went to Skywalker Ranch. And that was my first press trip, going to Skywalker Ranch. And then our whole thoughts and concepts changed from there. And I kid you not, for like the first 2 years of me going into like doing press junkets and meeting celebrities and interviewing people, I would literally write that particular press person and tell him, thank you so much for believing in my little couponing blog to let me, do press junkets for Disney and things like that. Well, from there, after maybe, because we've been doing this for 7 years, so from there we eventually evolved into, now we're a family lifestyle. Our logo is the logo we're going to live with, sharing a kaleidoscope of ideas for families. And I'm more passionate and just right now building a team. But it took us, sometimes people are worried about finding themselves as influencers, and they feel like they need to find themselves all at once. They start a blog and they're like, oh my God, I have to know who I am right now. And it's always, I think successful blogging is about evolution. And we evolved to where now I feel like, okay, I know who I am. But even last night, I was on the phone with my partner, which is my husband, and my 19-year-old son, actually, but my husband. And I was telling him, okay, we have to integrate some fun. After coming to Moms 2.0, we have some fun integrations that we're going to be bringing to the site in the next 6 months. So.
You've been on such a journey. When you look back, what are some things that you've learned?
Really, no matter what in life, you're going to have a journey, because I'm a lot older than I look. And in life, there's going to be journeys, and sometimes it's easy for us to lose confidence in ourselves, because, I started off as an account executive in advertising, but then when I got into couponing and started doing the business side of running a site, I was like, I lost my confidence. And I never understood why, because my whole career set me up for the business side of running a site. I won awards, I've negotiated contracts, I've done stuff for the California State Governor, a lot of different things. Well, not the governor now, years ago governor. And I just feel like you need to believe in yourself, know your value. If someone's starting a blog now, my thought would be, know your value. Now, don't go crazy. I talked to a PR company last night during the Cabana party that was like, I see these new blogs, and I ask them what their sponsor fee is, and they say $1,000, and they only have 500 fans. Let's not go crazy, but know your worth right from the start. Because if you know your worth right from the start, some of your financial struggles won't exist, and it won't be so hard. It's almost like training yourself. training yourself to know your value so that as you grow, it's not as hard of a transition.
Right, right. What's next for you?
Oh, what's next for us? We have some fun collaborations. Actually, before I got on the plane, I got an email from one of the PR companies that I have a relationship with, letting me know what my next party spread project is going to be. And we have something for Foster Farm. Actually, they have a new product coming out, and we have something where we're integrating my 4-year-old daughter. People that see our site can see I really evolved into bringing her into the picture, but they liked her so much from a project we just did on a Facebook Live, and we'll be incorporating her even more. And we have, I think we might be opening a product shop.
Nice.
Of our own custom. That was the meeting last night, because we always want to use a particular tool, and we didn't know how. And I met someone here at Moms 2.0 that is doing exactly what we were curious about, and we just got into a conversation, and they actually encouraged me to open our own shop and start creating our own party products for people to purchase online.
How do you use technology in your business?
Oh, wow. Okay. So, on our phones, we just recently, we use Hootsuite, because I have a team. At one point, I was running 15 writers. We kind of scaled back because what people don't understand is being an influencer and running a successful site is a business, so you have to look at your end numbers. So we'll use Hootsuite to run our team when they're out on location. We also have a scheduling tool to schedule, a couple of schedule tools, so that things are posting on our Twitter all the time and we're scheduling out new content. When it comes to upgrading our equipment, we just upgraded our phone with a couple of new mics, a lens for our phone, I guess they call it lens glass or something, where you put the lens on the back of your phone. I did that for my team, so me and my son both received one. And we're always looking for new social media sites that are growing. So one of the reasons why I wanted to know about Flipboard was because even though you guys have been around in the influencer circle, it's something that's emerging more.
Right.
And I know that other products that came out years ago, I kind of missed the boat. Obviously, I missed the boat. I can let you know sometimes I missed the boat. But with Flipboard, I really didn't want to, because I can see how you're already integrated into my Android, and I like the layouts in the books. So I'm thinking with technology, you always have to keep on top of the next social organization, and you guys are. Honestly, I've been telling my friends, Flip one channel, which I won't talk about, is kind of dying for influencers. Therefore, they need to really start shifting over to the new network, which I truly believe is Flipboard.
Well, thank you for saying that.
You're the only one that can, when you're looking at the new emerging ones, you're the only real valid one in the marketplace. And I don't think as influencers we're using you enough yet. And it's just because we're just trying to all figure it out.
Right. Okay, last question is, what movie recommendations would you give to families right now? What should everyone see? Okay, so if you have a little girl, they really should take them to see Smurfs: A Lost Village. It's a great movie for girls. It encourages them about empowerment and confidence, and you can do whatever you think you can do, even though you're a girl. So that's a good film. We've had a couple films this year. I'm thinking, we have that one, and then I'm trying to go through my Born in China, the Disney nature film. If you're looking for something that's very educational and that'll open their eyes to that world, Born in China is a great movie to have. They have your older kids that'll sit still in their chairs, watch, and then I'm looking in my mind, Guardians of the Galaxy just came out, and depending on who you are, at the end of the day, it's a good movie. Parents will enjoy it, and the kids will love it too. So those are my 3 top recommendations. Thank you so much. It was so great to talk to you.
Well, thank you for having me.